Hey, all you metal mixers. It's your old pal Gen X. How you guys doing on this Monday? I'm doing really good. Did you enjoy that weather we had here in Northwest Indiana? I sure did. It was in the 70s, so I had some running to do. I had to buy some things, just take care of a little bit of business. Nothing major before I head back to Arizona just for a little bit of time. I had a great time here, and everything came full circle for me. Everything is working out. I'm very ecstatic and very happy, guys, in my life. I just take a deep breath. I can't wait to show you what's up my sleeve. I'm telling you. So, without even saying it, yep, thank you. Now, did you guys check out my video from yesterday? If you haven't, it's on my platforms. It's on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. It's not on Instagram because, like I said last week, been having problems uploading videos there. But check it out. It's on Bachelor's Grove. It's one of those in the mix type of things that I enjoy. And speaking of that, coming soon, very soon, I got something in the works. And I'm so elated. Two things are going to happen. Something's going to happen to this channel. Like I said, I've been telling you for months on end. This is not going to be always like this, guys. It's going to be totally different. In a way, but it's in a good way, okay? That's all I'm going to say. And I got another channel idea. I'm not going to say. It's a collab. That's all I'm going to say. And it's going to be great. And it's something I enjoy. It kind of goes with what I've been doing. So, coming soon in April to a screen near you. That's all I'm going to say. So thank you for that. All right. Now, I got two songs I'm going to mention today. I don't have really any metal news. And I also am going to talk about a topic. So let's get into it. Now, the first one is from Frontier Records. You know I follow Frontier and you know I follow Metal Blade. So one of each today. That song from Frontier is called Fighter V. I've covered them before. That song is called Foolish Heart. Listen to it twice. Heavy on the keyboards, but it's reminiscent, I should say, of an early Whitesnake. Their singer sounds a lot like David Coverdale. I was very impressed, guys. That new album drops next month. I am looking forward to it. And I will be checking you guys out. So if you get a chance, go to Frontier on YouTube and check out Fighter V, Foolish Heart. You'll be glad you did. It sounds like it could have been a big song back in the day of days. Okay, so that song is awesome. The next song I want to cover, and I'm new to this band. Even though I've heard them on satellite radio over the years, they are signed to Metal Blade. That band is Whitechapel, right? And the song is called Nothing Is Coming for Any of Us. I had to look down a little bit because it's a long title. And tiny writing sometimes. Crib sheets. Back in high school. Yeah, that song, I listened to it twice. It's about 5-6 minutes long. It's your extreme, the thrashier stuff. Where you got Fighter V and then you got Whitechapel. See? The metal mix. Yeah, that's how I am. That's how Gen X rolls. I love both. I love all metal. Some of it I don't as much as others, but I give it a chance, But with Whitechapel, I've been listening to their stuff. I just never been like a big fan, but I was very impressed by this song. So check it out. It's on YouTube. Metal Blade, Whitechapel. And it's called Nothing Is Coming for Any of Us. You'll be glad you did if you like that extreme, harder, thrashier type metal. Check it out. Now, the topic that I want to talk about today is, and it goes without saying, this is something that's been talked about a lot recently. I know Billy Corrigan of Smashing Pumpkins brought it up. And Ricky Rockman brought it up the other day, and I've talked to friends off camera, of course, about this particular topic. The thing about it is, guys, is that heavy metal outsells worldwide, and this is a known fact, shows, records, merch. We show up more than any genre of music out there. We're bigger than rap. We're bigger than country. We're bigger than pop. We are more loyal to the cause. But the problem is that record companies do not push our music, and they have for not 30-some years. And I've often wondered why. I've often wondered why they would want to kill a music that makes a lot of money. Is it because of the fact that they could influence their audience with different things that they could influence them with? And if you know what's going on in the mainstream media, which I do not follow, I call it legacy media. Most of my news comes from YouTube and fellow YouTubers, because I know that the truth is out there. It seems like they're kind of trying to keep our music back from becoming big again. And I don't know why. There are so many bands overseas that make it big, but when it comes to this country, North America, it seems like bands are having a harder and harder time. I've seen it with my own eyes, even at going to the local clubs. I think what it is that people want to see original acts again. I think the tribute bands have played their cycle. And I'm not knocking the tribute bands, but how many times could you hear the same band play something from your favorite artist over and over again? Original music needs to come to the forefront again, guys. And bands like Wings of Steel, and I bring them up all the time. Wings of Steel, Dazer, they're both independent bands. Crash Diet, Black Rain. You have bands like Power Trip. You have bands like Dust Bolt, Cryptic Shift. I've covered a lot of bands on this channel. We have to keep our music alive. And that goes for the young people too. I know there's a younger audience that absolutely loves metal. Their parents listen to it. Not saying that my parents did, because no, that never did happen. My dad was kind of into Deep Purple and stuff like that, but not like me. I'm like the only metalhead in the family on both sides, believe it or not. Everybody thought it was a passing phase in my life, and I was like, no. I've told you the stories. My parents thought it was a phase in my life, and here I am, 53, and I'm still so much more dedicated to the cause than ever before. I call it the cause because metal is my life, and I brought that up on Friday. I absolutely love heavy metal. It's been there for me in my darkest of days. It has been there for me at my happiest of days. It's never left me. And you know, and if you guys know that, you know that, right? So what I'm saying is, this is coming from my heart, and this is not scripted or anything. This just came to me. Billy Corgan was right. And I normally don't follow the Smashing Pumpkins, but Billy Corgan is actually a very talented guitar player. He's totally into metal, believe it or not. And he had the right things to say, just like Ricky Rockman and a bunch of people that I absolutely adore and love and follow. They said the same thing. Why is it that metal or rock music, hard rock, heavy metal, is not big here anymore? And I would really like to know why. Is it because the crowd is intelligent? That we know what we're talking about? We're musically inclined. I'm not taking away from any of the artists that are true to those other genres, but a lot of the music has been shoved down our throats over the years. That when it comes to original music or anything original by another band or another type of music, you never hear about it. The Grammys doesn't cover metal anymore. Not that I care. The American Music Awards, what a joke. in the Hard Rock Hall of Fame, or I wish there was a Hard Rock Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, please. I've been there. That, not a place for me. But that's what I'm saying. Our genre of music is always, always cast in a bad light or a bad shadow or whatever you want to say. But when we come together as a people, and we come together as a crowd, and we come in together for the love of heavy metal. So that was my topic today, guys. I always will stick up for metal. I've always done that. Somebody tells me, oh, country, country this, country that. You know what? I've been to a country concert before, a couple of them. And I told you a few months back, the worst crowd that I have ever dealt with was at the Red Clay Strays in Vegas at the Virgin Casino. I would have expected that crowd to be at a metal show. Never had that really happen. I've had a few little things here and there. But at that particular concert, there was not a united front. There were so many of these people pushing, shoving, cussing, getting into it with people. And I had to stand up for myself, and when I have to do that, I'm like, I really didn't want to go, and I love the Red Clay Strays, don't get me wrong. They're a great up-and-coming independent label, again, an independent band that's just trying to make it in music. And if you have fans like that, you really don't need fans like that. That's with any type of music. It wasn't like it was a united front with metal. You understand? But I just had to put that out there. It feels as though, maybe the tides are turning. And I really hope so, because like I said, I talked to one of my friends. He said, we have to keep the spirit of heavy metal alive. Nobody else, that's what this channel is about. That's what my fellow YouTubers are doing. And I thank them for that. And that's what this metal mix is all about. So that was just a topic to have you think today about what has been the current state of metal. This has just been recent too. And I like to have these candid talks with you sometimes because I do pay attention to what's going on, and I do pay attention to what people in our music have to say. Now, I might not always agree with what they're saying, but I try to listen and give you the best news or information that I can. Because when it comes to metal, chain's hanging, man. I'm always going to stick up for my metal. Like I said, I've gotten into some heated debates with people trying to tell me anything different, and I'm always going to stick up for heavy metal because heavy metal's always been my life, and heavy metal has always been one of my loves. So, I think that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. If you happen to like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Push that notification bell. Share it with anybody who you might think like my topics. And subscribe to my channel. I like to thank my YouTube subscribers. You know who you are. I like to thank my Facebookers, my Instagrammers, and my Threaders, right? Keeping it real and making me laugh, making you think. And last but certainly not least, my TikTok around the clock crew, my rock and rollers. I love you guys. Keeping it real. Thank you. So let's end this video, shall we? Always look good. Always do good. Always do your best. Be your best, whatever you do in life. Because what? Gen X loves you. That's right. 2, smell good. Don't be a ranky what? Skanky skank. Haters to the back of the line. And your best death metal voice. Stand on your own twos. You know, your own 2 shoes, right? My Doc Martens. Stay out of people's business and save the drama for your what? Mama. She's downstairs. And chains hanging. Till tomorrow's video, guys, I absolutely love you. All the best. Have a good night. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.